Alright folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you as always. Did we get any winners yesterday? Rough again, where I went 1-1 on the double, but even overall, just some mad results again. Crazy results. I had a feeling after day three, we're all in favourites winning, we were going to be in for some fuckery, but fuck me, did he make it obvious straight off the bat. O'Connell beat Bellucci, Mahatch absolutely destroyed Sebastian Korda, which, you know, look, I'll just say this dead quick. You know these favourites that we've had the past couple of days, and they've all been annihilated in straight sets. I was thinking about it last night, and I don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not that bothered about it. Look at how shit they've all been. Holger Rune, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Sebastian Korda, and we didn't even bet on Rune, and we didn't bet on Alcaraz last night, but it still stands. We haven't even won like 10 games. It's a fucking Grand Slam, best of five, and you can't even win like 10 games against Botic van der Sandschulp. I'm sorry. I'm calling fuckery on that. I'm calling absolute fuckery on that. It just doesn't happen. It hasn't happened all year round. Not like this. Not like this. There's fucking, yeah, something is most definitely afoot here, but we'll leave it at that. We'll still go through the games. I'll see what I fancy as I go through them. This is probably going to be very, very short and sweet. What time is it? I've got to get ready for work in about half an hour. So let's see what we can do. Before we get into them, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're already not. If you want to support the channel, there is a link in the description and the pinned comment. You can go and do just that. You haven't got to. Like, you really haven't got to at all. You know, for the ones that do, it's there for you. Right then, where do we start here? Where do we start here? Does it matter? I don't think it does. We will start with that. Fuck it. Go with this one in it. So we've got Talon Griekspoor, Grigor Dimitrov here to start with. So Dimitrov 1.17 on the decimal, Griekspoor 5.12. So I'm expecting a straight set win for Talon Griekspoor. If I'm being honest, nah, maybe not. But both of them had pretty easy games in the last matches, didn't they? Did they play? I know it was fairly quick. So yeah, walk over for Griekspoor with Byers, and then Dimitrov beat Dinky, dead easy. Um, yeah, obviously I'm not taking Dimitrov at 1.17. Griekspoor's lost three of his last five now, so he did win his first round game against Summit Nagal in straight sets, and then obviously he's played Byers. He retired mid match. Um, he got beat here in the first round last year by Artifice. That was a tight one. Dimitrov's won three of his last five. He was shit in both tournaments leading up to this. The warm ups. He ended up beating Kirian Jaquet in straight sets like he should. And like I said, he's just beat Dinky in straight sets like he should. He did manage to serve well, we'll give him that. Watched a little bit of it. Serve was good. Um, I think he only, I think he only like offered up one break point as well. Dinky only got one break point against Dimitrov. Um, how did he do last year? So this was round about the time where he got fucked off last year in the third round. That was against Zverev though. Spread here, spread's 5.5. Look, Griekspoor plus 5.5 maybe. I don't know. I'm not going against Dimitrov here. He does tend to, well, especially recently, and he does tend to underperform in these big fucking events. So, look, I mean, look, Griekspoor's been shit, hasn't he? Griekspoor's been shit the past couple of months, but he's looked really good. Like, all right, it was Summit Nagal and Sebastian Byers. Like, okay, they probably doesn't hold as much weight as we think it does, but big favourites have just been fucking so careless, haven't they? So careless. I'm not touching Dimitrov on the decimal. If you want to take Griekspoor plus 5.5, or even Griekspoor for a set over the 3.5 sets, that's probably the more safer way to go. Next one, we've got Binach, Lorenzo Musetti. got an idea what we're doing with this one. So Nakashima is 1.6 on the decimal, and Musetti's 2.4. One foot, Benak's won 4 of his last 5 now. He was good in the Masters when he played good until he ran into Rublev again. Who did he win? He beat Holger Rune in straight sets. Fucking crazy. He then beat Artikazo in straight sets as well. I had the feeling that had happened. Artikazo was a fucking scrub, mate. Like, who did he beat? Was it Carreño Buster? I can't remember. I think it was Carreño Buster, yeah. He got gifted the first round win. Um, Nakashima, as we've mentioned quite a lot recently, he's been playing some fantastic tennis as of late. Probably the best I've ever seen him play. Back in the top 50 now. He didn't get past the first round last year in the US Open. He got beat by Laszlo Djere in straight sets. Lorenzo Musetti looked so fucking dicey against Kekmanovic the other day. He had us all sweating for that one, didn't he? He's won 3 of his last 5. He got beat by Tiafoe in Cincinnati. Not a bad loss at all. He looked fantastic in the Olympics. Like, looking at his results, he's still here, so he's done good in the US Open as well. He got past the Pelker in 4. That Kekmanovic game was horrible. It was horrible. He barely won that, and I mean barely won it. Just, I don't think he's going to beat Nakashima. I really don't. At home in America, the way he's playing, Nakashima looks so much more trustworthy. Hasn't dropped a set yet. Holger Rune, Arctic's all right, but depending on how you take it, like, just beating Holger Rune in straight set to the first round of a Grand Slam, like that's impressive in itself. But I don't know how much of that's due to Holger Rune being shit and how much of it was due to Benak being really good. He is a slight favourite in this one. He's just been better than Lorenzo Musetti each time. Musetti, like I said, after that game with Kekmanovic, he spent such a long time on that court compared to Nakashima anyway. Well rested, really good form. Musetti hasn't got this one. I think Benak does him. 1.62 on 365, you can get that. If we're doing a parlay or a double, that definitely goes on it, mark my words. Next one. So, look, we'll just knock these out dead quick. Zverev's going to win in straight sets. Echeverry doesn't take a set off him. 9.92 on the decimal for Echeverry, 1.06. It is straight sets or not for me on Zverev there. Probably the same with Djokovic, yeah. Actually, what's the spread? 6.5? I don't know. It's the third time, yeah. Third time these have played each other in the Grand Slam. Is that this year? Poppelin's been really good as well. Really good lately. 8 of his last 10. Djokovic has won 9 of his last 10. Obviously, that loss coming to Alcaraz in Wimbledon. I think he's thinking a routine win. Not even going to try and get smart and going, oh, does this go over? Does this do that? We've got to take points. I couldn't talk it off taking Poppelin with the points there. What are they? Let me just double check. 6.5. Yeah. We can take it if you want. Couldn't talk it off that at all. So he won that Masters title, didn't he, in Canada? Looked really good there. He's won both his games in straight sets here as well in New York. I feel like this kid's come a long way, even since last year. Alexei Poplin's come so far since last year, He got beat in the first round against Dominic Stricker last year. It's just... you just can't fucking write it, can you? Like, Djokovic has won 8 straight now. 8 straight. I'm just like, how the fuck Alcaraz got beat last night is beyond me. It is so beyond me. It makes no fucking sense. You've got to think Djokovic is just going to go on and win this now. It's just going to happen, innit? Like, him or Sinner, maybe. I don't know. It's probably going to be Djokovic, innit? Massive favourites, as we expect. Like I said, I've got nothing for it. not going to be touching it. Popper and 6.5 if you're talking value, or if you want to go on an outline, maybe you'll still get these well better odds for like even at 8.5 there, 7.5, 8.5. It's completely up to you. I think he covers a high number like that. 6.5 might just be, I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't seem enough to go against Djokovic, does it? Let me know what you think on that one. We've got four more, couple more here, and then I'm gonna go and fucking get ready to go on this shit. Oh, fucking hell. One last day. It's Friday, boys, innit? It's all right. One last shift before the weekend. We can get through that. As can you as well, not just me. Where do we go next? So I will go with Casper Ruud and Shang. Oh, Casper Ruud's won 3 of his last 5. Um, Felix Auger-Aliassime beat him in straight sets in Cincinnati the other weekend. Like that's what keeps bugging me. Keeps bugging me. He beat who did he beat? Who did he beat in the first round? Oh, it was a Boo or something. I think it may have been Boo. Straight sets. And then he beat Monfils the other night as well. Good game that as well. I watched a bit of that. It was decent. Shang. You know, he's won 4 of his last 5. He had to pull out of the Winston-Salem last week, and he was looking good. I would have took him to beat Sonego as well. Although in hindsight, he may have got beat. Sonego won that title. We we didn't take him, but we said he should beat Bublik. He just about done that. That went 5 sets. Bublik was 2-1 up as well. You know, they're not very mentally strong. Some of these tennis players are they? They are like very very weak mentalities. Some of them. I know it's a lot tougher than a team game. It's a solo sport in it, so it is like I get it. It's rough, but fuck me, it's so noticeable in it. It's so noticeable that some of them cannot act the pressure. It feels like some of them just like you can do all right in these small tournaments when you've got like 5 or 10 people watching you, but when you're at a Grand Slam or a Masters and the crowd's there, you just seem to go to shit. Um, Shang went on to beat Carbias in straight sets as well. I had a feeling he'd do that. Um, Look, Shang's managed to stay consistent throughout the whole season. We like this kid. We've said he's very good, very high ceiling as well. He's only young. I don't think he stands a chance against Casper Ruud, if you ask me. I really don't. He's the favourite for a reason here. Spread's only 3.5 as well. Look, he could very well just keep this tight. I wouldn't put it past him. Like I said, Shang's not a bad player. Plus 3.5. Maybe have a look at the outline or something. 4.5. I can't see him keeping it close, but I'd have to go with Casper Ruud in this one. Have to go with Casper Ruud. As a matter of fact, this could be the double for me, the on-fly double. I could go with Dienach and Casper Ruud for today and just play it straight. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me know what you're doing on that one. We will go with... look, Taylor Fritz is going to beat Comesana, didn't he? Let's just get that one out there. Spread 7.5. Very rarely give spreads out, but I said it with Jack Draper yesterday, didn't I? You could have took that 7.5, that flew in. I was certain about that. I reckon this one comes in as well. Taylor Fritz in straight sets, or Taylor Fritz minus the points. It's the only way I'd be looking at that. Comesana beat fucking Hugo Humbert, but that's so Hugo, innit? Who else but Hugo Humbert is going to do that? He was a massive favourite going into that one as well. I seen someone taking Comesana on the spread in the comments in that one as well. Well done. Can't remember who it was. Excuse me. Yeah, Taylor Fritz, minus the point. Taylor Fritz in straight sets. Any objections on that? Comesana's won 3 of his last 5. He got beat by Shang in straight sets in Winston-Salem last week, so I'm not having any of this. Oh, he was looking ahead to the US Open, because apparently nobody is. Nobody's been looking ahead to this tournament. So with that being said, I'm only looking at Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz, like maybe two or three other players. Taylor Fritz along with Binach, probably the only two players that actually look like they want to be at this tournament. Oh, and Zverev as well. Um, yeah, Fritz minus the points. Fritz in 3. Let me know what you'll be taking on that. And last one before I have to go to work, and we'll wrap this up dead quick. We're gonna go the flower pot man and big foe. So Ben Shelton's 4 of his last 5. Oh, hang on, heads 2-0. What's the odds? 1.7 on the decimal for Shelton, 2.3 for Tiafoe. Tough one to predict this, innit? But who do we want to win here? Especially using America, who do you want to win? I'm interested to know who you're fucking rooting for here. Shelton's 4 of his last 5. Had a solid performance in the quarterfinals in Cincinnati. Yeah, he did get beat against Zverev, but there's no shame in that at all. He looked really good against Dominic Thiem. We said he would. That was a given. And then he looked just as good, if not better, against Roberto Batista Agut. I knew he was going to win that one too. He did make it to the semi-finals here last year. Got beat by Djokovic. I imagine you'd all remember that. Similar with Tiafoe, really. He looked fantastic in the Masters. You know, he got to the final, didn't he? We took Sinner to win that one in straight sets, but there's no shame in getting beat by Sinner, especially if he's been on steroids. Tiafoe, yeah, 4 of his last 5. You could probably say that Masters the other week was, well, we can definitely say it was the best tournament for him so far this year. Well, the best tournament. I haven't seen him play like that. Who did he beat in the first round? Kovacevic. Yeah, he beat Kovacevic and then got a walkover. Well, didn't get a walkover. Shevchenko retired, didn't he? So much more rested. But then again, Shelton's barely played either. He's just, you know, he's made light work of his first 2 matches. Look, maybe I'm just sitting here overthinking this, but Tiafoe literally got beat in the quarterfinals by Ben Shelton here last year, didn't he? 3-1 to Shelton. I do like Ben Shelton as a favourite in this one. Big Foe has been playing really good, especially on the hard court and especially over in the States. That's where you're going to take him in it. Both of these do tend to just have stints of inconsistency, don't they, on the court. I expect it's going to be very much back and forth. The crowd's just going to be loving it, aren't they? Like, they're just going to want Ivan to win this. It'll just be cheers all around, I imagine. I can imagine it being back and forth. I don't see a pure washout. I don't see like a clear favourite in this where it's going to be a straight set win over the 3.5 on the sets. What's the total? Anyone know the total? Because you could probably go over for that as well. Let me just check the total for you really quick. Shelton and Foe. Total's 41.5. Okay. That's up to you, boys. That's up to you. I think both of these definitely get a set. It probably does go over as well. Probably fancy Ben Shelton to win it. If I had to pick a side, I'd be going with the flower pot man there, boys. Let me know what you're doing in the comments. Excuse me. That's all of them, innit? Yeah, that's all of them. Fucking hell. I wonder what's going to happen today. I wonder what's going on today. I bet you Echeverry beats Zverev in straight sets. I bet you fucking Griekspoor beats Dimitrov in straight sets. I bet you Comesana bagels Fritz in the first and second. I'm only joking, but you wouldn't put it past them, would you? Fucking someone's pulling the fucking strings on this tournament, boys. I've never seen anything like this. What do we go for here? I'll tell you what we go for. This is what I'm going to go for. Just keeping it light, keeping it simple. So how the fuck anyone's getting anything out of this tournament is beyond me. I've been checking Twitter as well. Everyone's been getting fucked by this as well. So we're all in the same boat, fellas. I'm going to go with Binach. We've seen how Musetti performs when he's just played long games, especially if he's feeling a little bit tired from the one before. Binach at home all day, 1.6 on the decimal. I'll have that one. Oh shit, I've missed Rublev and Lehechka. Not touching it. That's why I missed it. I'm not touching it. Especially after that fucking performance from Lehechka the other day. Garbage first 2 sets. Getting bageled by Mitchell Kruger. Who the fuck do you think you are? Both of these had to come back from the dead to win their games. Rublev with Rinderknech as well. It'd be Rublev or nothing. Head to head, 2 apiece. If you want to take Lehechka plus the points, I can see both of them getting a set. Over 3.5 sets is the safe one. I think Rublev wins. I do. I think he's just playing better. He's a lot more trustworthy than Lehechka. If that was anyone else other than Mitchell Kruger, Lehechka wouldn't be here right now. That is all of them. I'm going with Binak on the money line. I'm taking Casper Ruud as well. I'm just going to go for the double. Go for the double. I think that's as safe as I'm going to get. I really want to take Ben Shelton as well. Don't know. I might do it. Might do it just for the sake of the fucking, just for the slam in it. Why the fuck not? Yeah, that double sound, I think. Getting evens for that as well, just over evens. Happy days. I say happy days. I thought Corda was fucking happy days yesterday, but as we continue to see, these games are rough, aren't they? These games have been so unpredictable. I think Ruud beats Shang, and I think Nakashima beats Musetti. Just from what I've seen and what I know, I should be all right with that. Get your best bets in the comments, boys. Let me know what you're going for. Discuss it amongst yourselves. Share with the group. Don't be shy. Right then. Have yourselves a lovely day, fellas. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to sort a Premier League video tonight. Well, I might do. Don't hold me to that. I don't know if I'm going out after work or not. So if there's a Premier League video up, there is. If not, go and have a look on Twitter. I'll post a bet on this tomorrow morning. Okay then. Appreciate you spending the time. As always, appreciate you hanging in there. Especially through this fucking... Been dragging ourselves through the mud here, haven't we, the past few days. Like the video if you haven't. Subscribe if you're already not. If you want to support the channel, you can go and do just that. Yeah. So then. Take it easy, folks. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Let's go get some cash. Let me know what you're going for. Enjoy the tennis. Try to enjoy the tennis. I'll see you tomorrow.